Welcome to the Empowered Slacker Society, where we believe in working smarter, not harder, so you have more time and energy for the things that truly matter. Each week, we share a powerful strategy with a new guest expert to help you achieve more with less effort. If you want to get these weekly tips, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast, and be sure to sign up for our weekly email newsletter. Everything is linked below. Let's get into this week's tip.
Welcome to this episode of the Empowered Slacker Society. I'm Danielle, founder of Superfine Life. I am a certified mindset coach, a journey dance facilitator, a moonologer. I have other certifications, and my passion and work that I do in the world is very much rooted in helping women who have endured childhood and life traumas heal using somatic tools and practices. That is my love, my heart. And I am here with you today to bring you the hack of the week, which is a shake break. It is a nervous system reset, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. Okay, so I've got coming up what it is, why it works, my personal experience with it, tips for success, making it a practice, and I have 3 free gifts to give you because who doesn't love free gifts? So let's talk about what's a shake break. What are you talking about, Danielle? I am talking about literally shaking your body, as much of it as you can, for as little as 30 seconds, up to as many minutes as you would like. So when we are stressed, when we are anxious and overwhelmed and angry and have grief and all the range of emotions that we have as humans, right? Our nervous system has a response. And so we're either in our sympathetic nervous system state, which is that fight or flight pattern of behavior, dysregulation, or we are in our parasympathetic nervous system state, which is our rest and digest. And that's when we just feel like good and at ease and, not like, like we're being chased by the tiger. So it's really important for us to keep regulating our nervous systems when we become dysregulated. So if, you're at work, you're working on a project and you're just going to like lose it, we need to get ourselves back into that regulated rest and digest parasympathetic state. So shaking is a really, really good way to do that. It's also a really good way to just reset your energy. So maybe you're just like working on something and you're giving it all of your attention and all of your focus, but you need to like take a break and break state. So you can do that with shaking. And that's why I personally love it so much, because it's just really accessible. Something that as little as 30 seconds can help change your energetic state, bring your nervous system back into regulation. It's one of the fastest, easiest ways that I know to interrupt a stress response, an overwhelm response, right? And the best part is you don't need any tools. You don't need a yoga mat, though I love yoga and it is part of my daily routine. Sometimes when you need a reset, you need it to happen very quickly, and shaking is going to do that for you. It's just you, your body, anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter where you are. So if you're concerned about like, well, what will people think? Then maybe you just shake in privacy, right? And the best part again is you can do this literally when you're sitting at your desk. You don't even need to get up. Though getting up and doing a full body shake is going to definitely be way more beneficial because you're just moving more of the energy within. So how does it help reset your nervous system? It's going to, again, discharge that stuck, stagnant energy, right? Shift how you feel inside. When, we are in fight, flight, freeze mode, which can happen honestly throughout our day, depending on our environment, what's going on in our life, etc. So when we find ourselves in those states, we want to not stay there very long. And approaching always with curiosity and compassion and not judgment. And, if you're like crawling out of your skin, that's a good like time to be like, I gotta shake this, move this energy, right? Something needs to shift. If you're like, oh, something needs to like shift for me, shaking is a really good way to do that. And it's gonna shift your adrenaline, like use it up in a different way, complete your stress response cycle. So really important. We should actually all be shaking our bodies, in my opinion. And it brings you back into your body. We spend so much time living in our minds, stories, patterns, things on repeat. We're stuck in the past. We're living in the future. We're hardly very present in life unless we have practices that bring us into presence. So shaking is going to bring you into your body, bring you into the moment, and help ground you. It's also going to signal safety to your brain. So when we're in a dysregulated state and we're in that, fight flight mode, we literally think, the end of the world is happening. We're being chased by a lion kind of stuff. Now, sometimes, if you're in a situation that could very much be true. But a lot of times in our day to day, especially if you're sitting behind your, desk on your computer and doing work, you're not being chased by a lion and probably something severe is not happening to you. But the amount of stress that you feel, the overwhelm, the anxiety, that can be really heavy and depleting. And so shaking is a great way to help, again, tell your brain, okay, let's relax, let's calm down, let's get into that parasympathetic nervous state so that we can just like be back at ease. Okay, so my experience, I love shaking. I'm going to say it again. I think we should all be shaking our bodies pretty much every single day. Why? I'm not angry every day. I'm not anxious every day. I'm not even necessarily stressed out every day, right? But I do a lot of work for long periods of time sitting behind a desk, and my brain needs like a reset. My body needs a reset. So shaking is a great way to do that. So stress, overwhelm, anxiety, you're angry, you're doing a lot of concentrated focus and effort, like giving your eyes a break from the computer, a break from your phone, and just shaking your body and having some fun with it, letting it be playful, letting it feel good. So here, I mean, this is me in my office, shaking, shaking, shaking. Now, you don't have to shake the way I'm shaking. Your shake might look completely different. I've been shaking for a really long time. I can shake for a really long time. Personally, I love putting it on music because it just shifts my energy even more. I can totally shake without music, and it's great. And I encourage you to do it. Don't let music or not having music stop you from doing it. But if you can put on music, it's even better. You can shake anytime, anywhere, any place, shaking at your desk if need be. You don't even have to get up. You're in your car, stop the car, give yourself a shake. If you're taking a long road trip, you get out of the car at a rest stop and you could just shake. So it really is, it's kind of like magic, except it's not magic. It's just your body in motion. Okay, let's keep going. So tips for success. I like to in- inspire you, tell you, share, whatever the words are, to make this a practice. Because when we make something a practice, we're more apt to do it, to reach for the tool, right? You can have a lot of tools in your toolbox, but if we don't regularly use them or practice them, then we're not going to like go to them as quickly as we might if they were a practice. So how do you make something a practice? Well, you start small. 30 seconds. Try it for 30 seconds. You could sit here right now for 30 seconds as I keep talking to you, and you could just be shaking a little bit. And you might be like, well, Danielle, that felt good, but I didn't really move that much energy. When we're done with this presentation, grab my playlist. It's one of my free gifts to you, and give yourself a good, fun, loving body shake and see how you feel after that. So start small, you don't have to go wild about it, and then you build your way up. Set a timer, pick a song. Like I said, I love music, so that's going to give you a more powerful experience. Use it preventatively. Don't wait until, you're stressed out your gourd and are like, I don't know what to do, because your brain at that moment is going to have a hard time understanding, hey, I've got these tools, and if I just reached for them and tried one of them, it might help me. There's going to be resistance there, right? So if you just start making it a practice every day, you break your state of whatever you're doing and you just take a shake break. You're going to train your mind, your body, like, oh, that's something we need to do and practice. And honestly, we need to normalize shaking, because it's okay to feel weird and to be a little bit silly. That is all very good for us. And if you're worried about judgment and feeling, what are other people going to think, then you just do it, in the privacy of your own space. I'm going to keep going because I'm going to run out of time. Common roadblocks blocks. I already talked about feeling silly. I'm going to really emphasize that I'm too stressed to stop and shake. I have said that to myself so many times I cannot even tell you. Because why? In that moment, like, I'm not thinking clearly. I need to, something needs to change, but I can't get myself to do the thing. So now I'm more in tune about it. And so if I'm feeling like, okay, my energy's off, or I feel it in my body, heaviness, tension, etc., I'm going to take a shake break. So listen to your body. Okay, so free gifts. Time for 3 free gifts. You're going to grab the link. Thursday's Journey Dance with me on Zoom. Lunar wisdom, I combine the full moon and the new moon ceremony and journey dance together. If you're into moon astrology, manifesting, check this out. And of course, I built you a playlist so that you can shake. There's plenty of music in there that is upbeat, feels good, and you can just have a nice shake. Of course, you can do your own music, but if you want to check out the Spotify playlist I made you, grab that too. Thank you so very much for listening and taking the time to hear me talk about shaking, because it really is transformative if you incorporate it into your life. And if you do and it changes you, I would love to know that. Reach out to me. Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoyed this Slacker hack of the week. Remember, smart work beats busy work. Until next time, stay empowered, stay slacking. If you want to do a good deed of the day and help us grow the channel and bring you even more amazing content, leave us a comment, subscribe, leave us a review, do all the things. We'll see you guys next time.